Good afternoon and thank you all for coming today. My name is Kim Hooper. I'm from the Australian Corn Farmers Association and I'm very honoured to introduce you to the Seafood Productions team. We have Ashley Lucan from Spencer Gulf Prawns, Mike Passy from Mike Passy Divers and Lachlan Bassett from Fresh Wine Design. Today, each of us will take you through the various steps of our journey in the development of our strategy and tell you a little bit about ourselves. Over these months, I've had the great pleasure of working with my incredibly talented team, as well as all the other participants who are a part of the early residency intake. I think our whole group is truly special with the way we easily worked together, supported each other, and importantly, listened to each other as we all had something special to contribute. I believe you've seen this reflected in all our strategies today. My quick story. I have a BA in Criminology and a grad cert in Public Sector Leadership, and I've mostly worked in senior policy and managerial positions in Queensland Police and Emergency Services. I went on to be Chief of Staff for a Federal Assistant Minister for 4 years. Then one day my husband saw a positions vacant ad for the Australian Corn Farmers Association Executive Officer and suggested I had the political and policy skills to help them move forward after the challenges they had faced. After thinking about it and doing some research, I agreed that I would be a good fit. Luckily and excitingly for me, the APFA Executive Board also thought that. I applied to participate in the NSILP 2018 to learn about leadership required in the Australian seafood industry, participate in networking opportunities and discover how I could contribute to not only APFA but to the Australian seafood industry. And here I am. After developing our vision and mission, we all came together to tease out our strategies and push the boundaries to connect the community with Australian seafood. We brainstormed ideas and then grouped them together in common themes. What resonated for my team was telling our story. We are proud of our industry and the work we do, so how would we communicate that? What was our main messaging? What has been done before and how well did it work? We each took on tasks in between the residences to answer these questions and Skype to keep progressing our strategy and turn it into reality. We reached out to marketing and communication people in the seafood industry to gather information on media formats, costings, previous and current communication campaigns and consumer data. What we found was a gap between very expensive and polished marketing campaigns and grassroots campaigns, which tended to remain local. We landed on developing a series of short to keep the attention YouTubes as a media format which didn't cost anything except time and had the greatest reach. Now for our messaging. We took to the streets in Sydney and randomly bailed out people trying to go about their day and explained that we are in the seafood industry and are proud of what we do. And do they ask where their seafood comes from? The overwhelming, and I'll be honest, at times crazily passionate response was yes, we only buy and eat Australian seafood, not that rubbish from overseas which is all contaminated, they said. But from that we were heartened that people genuinely wanted to eat Australian seafood and made us feel even prouder of what we do. So let's get the message out there of who is providing such quality seafood to their plate. Part of my role within the strategy team was to assist with developing the interview questions, arranging our meetings, making sure we stayed connected, background research on marketing, consumer data, previous marketing campaigns, and cost and strategy plan, for example, messaging, target audience, and challenges. And as I love structure in all things, I was tasked with creating a storyboard template and working through all the photos and videos, pinpointing specific images for Ash to splice together. Skills developed. I developed skills that transferred to my position at the APFA, including a social media plan for APFA. I learned how to use Facebook and Instagram, and I developed and implemented these for APFA as well. In addition, I learned how to develop storyboards, focus on messaging and marketing that resonates. I learned Skype, Google Drive and Dropbox. And in relation to further leadership skills, I learned more about networking, learning types, personality influences, and how I interact with others. I have really enjoyed working closely with my team to formulate our strategy plan and put it into action. I will now ask a member of my team, Mike, to come up and tell you about himself and take you through the next step of our strategy. And now broken technology.